Alright, let's try this again, dude. Alright, let's hope I can get it this time. YouTube was acting funny. Please forgive me. I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, I'm not very tech savvy. I just started playing with OBS, so I'm starting to use that. And then I've not done too many lives in the past. And when I did, it was like basic webcam live. So I think I'm good. It says I'm public. And I still see nobody in here. So, okay. I got you, honey. I see you. That's good. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's been going on with my stuff tonight. So hopefully everybody who comes back, I can chit-chat and find out what's up. And sorry about my son. I had to go disconnect the account from his PlayStation. I got a new mic, everybody, so that helps. Better the quality and stuff of me being able to communicate with you guys and create content and things like that. So Black Friday, you know what I mean? And let me know if you guys hear me well. It's saying that there's only one person in here, and I don't blame you if you're not in here because, well, it's been 1 million lives already today. Like 3.5 hour live. And that was not my doing. That was my son. So I don't know. Tonight, everybody's probably like, we're done with your lives, D. We're not doing any more of your lives, D. We're just not in the mood, okay? So, what's up, Tyler? What's going on, bro? I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just gonna let you guys know. Like, my son did a 3.5 hour live. I don't know if you guys saw that. Hopefully, he didn't say too much. You know, get me in trouble. It's going. Appreciate you asking. I put my number out there, guys, in case you guys ever struggle. You're needing help. You guys know I'm there. I just give you my 2 cents. You know what I mean? Go from there. So, yeah, I got your text, Tyler. Did I answer what you were looking for, man? You know, I try to give people, refer people to good locations and try and get them help and stuff. So I hope I answered your question. If not, dude, text me back again so I can help you out with that. So, yeah. Do you ever get tired of being sober? I can tell you what, man, that's a good question. Nah, I don't get tired of being sober. I get tired of life sometimes, but man, when I was out there using, that was tiring. The constant run and the never-ending chase and that non-stop, I could never fill this void. You're always going, like you never really get a rest. And then when you use, you feel like you're in heaven for X amount of hours, and then you're back to the chase. So I actually feel pretty content now that I'm sober. I don't get tired from it. That's my personal opinion. But then again, not everybody who's sober is dealing with all the issues. They have underlying issues, right? I didn't get a reply, but I'm home right now, and I don't have service. So that's right. That's right. You didn't have service when you text me. I don't get tired of you, honey. It's really nice of you to put your number out there for people who need help. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it helps me, guys. This is why I do what I do. It was just a vlog, and now it's turned into like an actual community. We have like 1,000 people on the Discord, and I just plug a video every once in a while. And you guys, you know, are there to support by just watching it and giving it a thumbs up and possibly referring it out to someone else. I've had so many phone calls and texts. I cannot even tell you guys how many people reach out for help. It's amazing, and able to actually help them, refer them to something in some way, shape, or form. I'm not able to help everybody, but a lot of people aren't ready to take certain steps. They haven't hit a bottom enough, or they're not willing to take suggestions. So it's like, you can only do what the person who's on the other line is willing to do. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, if you're not going to do that, then this is an option I personally would choose. I can't tell you what you need to do. I could tell you what I would do, and that's it. Good question. How's Kurt? Talked to him like 20 minutes ago on Skype. And he's doing good. He's playing video games, and he left a meeting earlier tonight in Fayetteville, North Carolina. He went to an NA, I believe. So that just shows effort. He never gave two craps about going to meetings. And now Kurt's calling me, and he's like, yo, D, hey, what are you up to? And he'll set his phone on his lap, right? You can ask my wife. She's in here, too. He'll set his phone on his lap and just be playing his PlayStation. And then look down from time to time. What's up, bro? Yeah. And I'm like, what's up, dude? I'm playing my video game, late at night, chilling in the bed with the wife. And so, yeah. That video about what you would do if you relapsed again was a great one. I couldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for Discord and our videos. Thank you, Kaylee. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got a lot of good feedback. Someone actually texted me tonight and said that video, the last one where I was on the porch, and I talked about rehab and how I detoxed on the couch and stuff, he said it was discouraging and that I shouldn't have said it. And I wrote him back and I said, well, because he didn't like the fact that I was pointing out that most people don't make it. And I said, look, dude, I get it, man. I understand that sounds discouraging, but I want you to know the facts. The facts are that if you think you're just going to go home, lay on your couch and get this thing and somehow just stay clean, just because I somehow did, there's a lot of factors you're missing about what I did during my early recovery that caused me to have long-term. This isn't the first rodeo. I've relapsed countless times before this. I can promise you the last 90 days of my last time using, every day I promised my wife this was the last time I'm going to use. And I told her, tomorrow I'm done. This is it today. I did that for 90 days every day. She finally had to kick me out of my own house because, dude, I was going to get the kids taken from us. It wasn't that she didn't love me. It's that our children were going to get taken. DSS was involved, all sorts of crap. So I know for a fact by telling everybody that, someone who goes, all right, I need to take that step. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I need real help. Will choose that route of separating themselves from the environment. Like I said in that How I Quit Heroin video, separating yourself from the place you were currently in, getting rid of your keys, phone, all that. The difference is, if I were to go back and relapse, I would go to a facility where they could help me because I sucked. Nothing sucked worse in my entire life. I've never felt more pain. I'll say this, extended pain. I felt sharp, quicker pain, like my day 7 mention where I talk about enemas and I had to stick them in my just to get the crap out. Yeah, that was a different type of sharp pain, but it wasn't 10 hours of absolute misery and then the next night 7 hours of absolute misery and then the next night 5 hours of absolute. It was crazy. Let me catch up on you guys right here. Tyler joined the Discord. Appreciate it, bro. Hope to see you around in there, man. Saxy, thank you for the hearts. Yeah, I'm glad Kurt's doing better right now, too, y'all. Thanks, Derek. You, my brother, are heaven sent. Nola's watching. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Great to hear Kurt's doing good. Yeah, Kaylee. Hey, look, I feel a lot of stress off of me. Not having to worry about... do I stress and do I concern myself? Absolutely. But Kurt calling me is like, cool. He's gone another moment without putting the dope in him. Guys, I have a video that I recorded today, and it probably won't be released for 2 or 3 videos because I try to keep them in the shoot as I travel. I don't have time to produce videos at home and edit them. I got a video. I'm going to put a warning on the title for those of you who are watching and those who are going to be watching this that aren't watching it currently live. I'm going to warn you right now, it might be a bit cringy at times, but it's raw and it's real. It was a dude I was running the streets with, him and his twin brother, and we go into some stories. So, yeah, they're war stories, and some of them are pretty dark. Some of the stuff we would do to try and get the drugs, things like that. And then I ask him, how he stays clean. So it's a trigger warning, so to speak, because when I got done doing the recording, I ran upstairs and told the wife, I was like, that was heavy. I don't know, she's like, just let it ride. Put it out there so that people could see it. Because that's my thing. I always care too much about what I'm putting on YouTube, and I'm being careful. I don't want to upset too many people who are too strict in the recovery, and then I also don't want to go too far into the opposite direction. Look, the stealing, the lying, the cheating, the things we've done, lay it out there. Maybe it'll educate someone to stay away from the shit. Let's see what we got. Do you count marijuana as a drug? I do. But, I mean, obviously, if I were to rate it, I wouldn't put it on a scale of heroin and meth or anything like that. No. Is it a substance that some people know how to averagely use, just like drinking beer? I guess. I would say alcohol is even worse. But regardless, I would put marijuana as a substance that can be abused. Doctors like Dr. B I interviewed, he also has seen that. But some people know how to use it, which is shocking to me. I don't. I'm a habitual user. I can't say I'd go as extreme as saying the way CG Kid describes it, but I did withdraw from it. Yeah, that was my personal experience. There's a lot of people that don't experience it like that. So I do count it as one, but so is ibuprofen, so is Percocet, so is alcohol, etc. And it just depends on the person, on how they are about that. All right, I'm like, am I way behind on you guys here? Let me see. If you could choose his next top 5 video topic, what would it be? So the wife's asking if you guys. Okay, someone's already answering. See, I'm way behind, guys. This is why I have you guys here to help save the day. I don't know. The Discord has a lot of politics going on in there. Makes it hard to navigate. I'm sure it does, Saxy. I mean, I'm planning on trying to create also additional recovery groups in it, like smart recovery and stuff. You guys can have options, and but I need someone who knows how to chair those type of recovery meetings. And I even want a maintenance, like a MAT program recovery group, where they have a place to go in the Discord too for those who may be on a MAT program. But we want to keep exclusive MAT discussions in that area for those who are, taking that route. Your blank videos, not our, although I will start making some. You need to, Kaylee. Everybody in here should, honestly. I think it's important we have a voice. And your story might be the story that saves that one person who relates to you. Not everybody relates to me. Trust me. I get plenty of comments. I know for a fact not everybody relates to me. Top 5 worst things you've done for drugs. Ooh. I have to be careful about some of the stuff I do say. I do have a family. And, we've done a lot of bad things. At least I know I have. And there's some things you can't go into great detail on, or else you could reap what you sow on those things. I think I've reaped what I've sown in different ways. But, yeah, we've done a lot of things that are obviously horrible. So I'll have to be very peculiar about what I choose as top 5 in that list. So depressed, again, struggling. Caitlin, not drugs, just life in general. I feel you. I think that's the reason we really do and get stuck on drugs, is it has to do with underlying issues like depression, stresses, different types of things, and how do we deal with those things. That's why I named my thing Rewired Addiction. So it's so many things, but when we rewire that, we don't go to that as our problem solution. Drugs is not where we go to solve our problems. I know this is probably a late live for the East Coast, if anyone's on the East or Central Time or whatever. I just had to make this live so that you guys knew nobody stole my channel. My kid started playing Fortnite and was playing with his friends. I don't know if you guys could hear all that. Okay, I will make sure he does. Yes, separating from those people is the best thing for recovering. Yeah, and getting around new people. Great, people who want what you want, and that's to get clean. Fire pack only 420. Weed is a drug, although a great one. It can be for some, but some drugs are medicinal, is how I see it, and that is true. I use weed for medicine instead of pills for anxiety, and I've heard that's worked as well. I like CG Kid. He texted me once and is very nice. Yeah, I met him in person finally down in Cali. We took a few pictures, of course, and did some videos, hung out. Slept on the couch right next to him, so me and him are pals, and we've been talking over a year now. And he's a good guy, man. He really is, and he knows his tech stuff. Like, I wish I knew that stuff. It might help me on my channel get more audience. The more this message can get out, the more people can, obviously be influenced to try and make a change. If you need to talk, text, or call Derek, his number's in the description. Yes, I'll put it right here. Let me do that. I did copy and paste that. Weed does alter your brain, and with us already so weak when it comes to drugs, we shouldn't do anything that would cause us to go back. All right, Kaylee, if you can though, Derek, text me back. I'll get it in the morning. Tyler, text me, brother. I'm gonna tell you why. I probably get like 50 to 70 texts a day approximately, and a lot of them aren't saved as contacts, so I'm not sure exactly which number. I'd have to really dig and try to search for your text. So shoot me a text. I'll try and respond back to you, brother. And so that way I can try and answer the questions you have. Was I shooting heroin or shooting steroids before heroin? Yeah, I actually did steroids injectable before I ever tried actual heroin. I was snorting heroin first, and then one of the reasons upon the whole idea of I didn't have that much money to get the dope was the dope I was getting for a long time was powdery. So it was able to be ingested nasal. And finally, this guy one day comes, he's like, this is all I got. And it was sticky and gooey. And I was like, what can I do with that? I don't know what to do with that. And so I had to try to find powdery kind, but it was limiting me from my options. And that's when I ended up taking the decision, thinking it was wise to put a needle in my arm. However, Kurt had to help me do it. I couldn't do it myself. I was so scared of the needles. And Kurt was there the first time I shot up and helped me do it, trying to kind of walk me through it. I mean, it sounds bad from the outside, but on the inside, I was like, who can I trust more than Kurt? If I'm going to try this, my own brother's got my back to try and at least, we're lost, man. All right. Get on Discord, Kaylee says. Yeah, I know it's hard to find people to chair. I totally get it. Thanks for doing what you do. Thank you. I honestly want to start a channel up when I'm coming off this methadone, but like you, I don't want to post them until I know I made it. Yeah, I was pretty confident after 30 days. I'm way behind, aren't I? Okay, let me try and catch up to you guys before I made any videos. I don't know where to start. Like you said, telling our story, is that a good start? Yeah, just go with the flow. Guys, I was on that couch 5 days off heroin. It might have been 7 days off heroin, okay? I counted as 5 days because it was 5 days from the time I left that lady's house. And I was watching that guy, Lucas, who's no longer with us. And this guy was inspiring me. He was getting all these positive feedback, and I was really inspired by his message. And I said, dude, I've got a story that I relate so much to him. I've got a story. So I popped open my phone and I started recording, and I literally just went with the flow. Like, let me take you back, right? First time I took it, my mother-in-law, I meant stepmom, and dude, I had so many texts on that video till this day. People laugh because they're like, you married your stepsister? Like, I can't redeem. I wasn't right in the mind. I was coming off heroin. Leave me alone. So, I always like to tease them back, and I'd comment back and be like, dude, my sister's hot, okay? Leave me alone. Shane, what's good? Ryan, you're awesome. Your wife is awesome. Yes, Kaylee, she really is. She really is one of a kind. Has anyone heard of using kratom to get off opioids? Yep, Heather, I have. Heard a lot of people, and a lot of people text me trying to get off kratom because they're withdrawing and they're struggling trying to get off of that. It's very interesting, the text messages that I do get. There's a lot of people who are trying to get off of just about everything you can imagine. I've had people who've called me saying, look, dude, I need to get off cigarettes. I can't get off cigarettes. I can't get off kratom. I can't get off this. I can't stop smoking pot. You name it, people reach out. So if it's your struggle, it don't need to be public. I don't care what anyone thinks, and everyone has their own opinions. What I do notice, and I don't know about you guys, but everyone in the comments section of every video that deals with recovery, not everyone. If it's not you and I'm not talking to you, don't take this personal. They're all experts. They all know marijuana's good across the board, or kratom's good across the board, or suboxone's good across the board, or et cetera, et cetera. And they so know what everyone is supposed to do to get clean. That I don't do. I don't tell you the way you need to do it. I tell you how I did it. That's all I can tell you. And I know that your success rate by statistics go up when you have medical help involved. And trying to do this shit on your own, not a good idea, guys. It's not a good idea to try and do this by yourself or at home. Statistics tell us that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Horny, yo, what up? You are funny, honey. I can't get off nicotine. Dude, my wife can't stop vaping. Don't feel bad. And I pick on her all the time. I'm like, honey. Yeah. Ah, man. Let's see. No, I had withdrawals, but it wasn't as hard. I've heard that as well. Reach out to me. Let's talk. My wife is reaching out to you, Caitlin. So feel free to reach out to her and talk. I want to go cold turkey from opioids and detox at home, but I heard it was dangerous. Yes, Heather. I just did a video on that. It's very dangerous for dehydration reasons. You never know what can happen during that withdrawal. So I'm glad I know what I know now. And from what I've experienced, I technically had an at-home rehab, apart from being assisted to be able to sleep and be assisted to be able to not go through the pain as bad, and being able to have counselors who worked with me and helped me go through my underlying issues and all the good stuff that comes from medical attention. I didn't have that. So I was in desperate survival mode. I definitely recommend getting professional help. That's 4 years of wisdom. That's 4 years of experience and wisdom telling you, seriously, don't try and do this crap by yourself. Okay, no, you won't die unless you have a heart problems, but I do think you should. Yep, absolutely, Kaylee. I just made a video on how I quit nicotine 13 months today. Shane, that's what I'm talking about. I remember when I tried quitting, dude, 2 weeks after I quit cigarettes, I called my boss. I found out that a guy that was working under me was making the same as me. I was making $16 an hour in North Carolina. I was traveling as a crew leader. And this guy who was under me, I was his boss. I had been employed there for almost a year and a half, 2 years. And this guy's like 5 months, and he's making the same amount of money as me. Now, I don't know about you, but that'll piss you off. And I'm on my first project. I was doing project managing position on a solar farm. And I'm on my first project by myself, running all these men, making sure equipment's running, getting production, all this stuff, and finding out this guy's making the same as me and quitting cigarettes. Plus, mind you, I'm a recovering addict. Dude, I called this boss. I said every word under the sun, cussed him out, flipped the hell out. I let him know. I was like, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in. I'm about to quit. I'm done. And he's like, well, then fine, just quit. You know, yelling back. I hang up. He calls back. Have you calmed down? I'm like, dude, this is BS. My stress levels were so bad. I mean, my emotions were up and down. It was a nightmare trying to come off in terms of stress. But that was only for a couple weeks. After that, it took probably another couple weeks before I stopped wondering what to do with my hands. Like not knowing where to put my hands because you're so used to doing this. And that was something that went away. I remember I quit for 1 month, and then because I didn't get a raise, I bought a pack right in front of my boss. You quit though. And I'm like, no, I'm stressing out. My showing pity, like, dude, I'm stressing out because I don't have a raise. And I smoked another like 3 or 4 months and then quit again. And that time I quit again, that's when I really quit. I haven't smoked in almost 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. I don't know. Check my YouTube videos out because I talk about that. And I used to get a brown stain on my bottom teeth all the time from it. I don't understand that either. It's just the way it was. Update on that one guy you had on your channel who was smoking fentanyl pills. He's doing great, man. He went to a 90-day treatment. So he went down to a rehab in California. And he's going for 90 days. When he gets out, that's going to give him more of a chance at knowing how to live life without the substance, but also learning a lot of tools from this place that's helped him stay clean. And I actually know the family. Like, the family lives near me, which was a surprise. So, great people. I will text you in the morning. I hope you still have my original text, though, because my wife... Oh, yeah, once you text me, I'll be able to see what you've texted me. Doesn't know the extent of it, or even the milligram I'm at. She thinks I'm way lower than what my dose is. All right, Tyler. One thing I will tell you this right now, brother, is work with your doctor. If you're on methadone, don't try and do that crap alone, man. You're going to want to taper. You're going to want to taper, or you're going to want to be somewhere where they can medically assist you, because methadone's half-life is ridiculously long. And so you want to extend that out over a long period. That I can tell you. I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you that from plenty of people I know that have done it. Don't just jump, you know? Don't just jump. I noticed people are commenting on my other live that I did. Let me fix that real quick, because they're like thinking that they missed a live, and I'm live right now. All right, let me delete this one real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Boom. Okay. I think we're getting there now. Delete this one. I understand. Permanently delete. Man, he's been playing a lot of games on my thing. What the heck is this? And it's got copyright claim. That's going to mess my channel up if I don't delete it. What the heck? We can't have that. Alright, hold on, guys. I'm almost done. I'll be right back. I got one more to delete while it's doing its thing. Alright. Done. I think. Come on now. Delete. Alright, I'm back. My doctor took me off my pain meds cold turkey twice, so it can't be that dangerous according to them. Yeah, hospitals like to act like opiate withdrawals is not that big of a deal. Now, compared to benzos or alcohol, it isn't, because like you're asking for death if you're not getting help with that stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's a joke. Obviously, if they've experienced withdrawals of opiates, they would know better. I'm late. This is the first live stream I've caught of yours, but you must know you're one inspirational mofo. Thank you for doing this for all of us suffering addicts. Thank you, Dio. I appreciate it. New nickname is not Big D, it's Mofo. So from now on, everybody call me Mofo, and we'll be good to go. Thanks, Dio. Day 15 off heroin. It's nice to see you live at this hour, since sleep isn't something I have done much lately. Yeah, you probably watched day 5 or 7 and withdrawed with me. Everybody's joined me. I think everybody in this live has withdrawed with me, or at least watched it and felt like they were there with me when I was withdrawn on day 5 and day 7. How long were you on pain pills for when they cut you off, Saxy? All right. 3/6/2017 was the last day he smoked. Well, how long is that? That's at least 2.5 years. Nice. I've been off smoke, so okay. I will, Ryan. Thanks so much. Going down, guys. There are babies addicted to heroin in Afghanistan. Y'all should check out the videos on YouTube. One is called Addicted in Afghanistan. Kayla, yes, someone told me that heroin in Afghanistan is cheaper than food. I mean, obviously the poppy fields are over there, but can you imagine if heroin to a heroin addict and food are side by side, and they said, this food costs more, what are you going to do? I can't even imagine. Like, I'd probably eat the heroin. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'd probably do the heroin. That's just how horrible it is. CG Kid's in here. What's up, bro? I didn't even notice you popped in here, man. The verified checkmart. I got a new mic, dude. I went ahead and jumped on a Black Friday special in case you're still in here, bro. Oh, there you are. Do you want me to read better than that, bro? Like, you want me to go deep? What do you want me to do, bro? Tell me what to do here. I love you, man. I was just talking about you since you just popped in. I said we actually spooned on the couch at Eric's. I didn't tell him that part. Damn it, I just gave it away. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell everybody that we spooned, bro. Like, your body temp is nice and warm, too. I need to stop. I just need to stop, bro. This is getting really gay really quick. All right, I'm done. I mean, If you guys aren't subscribed to CG Kid's channel, please do. He's got a variety of different topics he talks about, and he's one crazy son of a gun. He holds back, though, just like I do. You guys don't know the real Derek the way that CG Kid or my wife or others do, and they're like, dude, just open up on who you really are. That's what will make you get 100,000 subs. That's what's going to make you grow. And I come off professional, and sometimes I wear this... I mean, I am really this person, but I present it and I have a facade and I'm trying to like be careful. No, fuck that. CG Kid says, just be who you are and roll with the punches. So you jumped on Twitch. Dude, if you're on Twitch and you start going viral, you need to let me know. Like Eric went viral on TikTok, so I had to jump on it. All right, let me catch up with some of these comments here, guys. Without insurance, you better have 12,500 or you're not getting help, Heather says. If you're going to a medical detox, that depends, Heather. There's a variety of different places and a variety of different options. If you have state insurance, they have state programs. If you have no insurance, I don't know if you're a faith-based person, they have Teen Challenge, and they have other options for people who have no insurance. Like Ashton went to a free work program that was strict as hell, but it was free. It was a work program, and it was long-term. CG Kid, I am also addicted to guinea pigs, Saxy said. I had some hairless piggies. I gotta go, though. All right, bro. Talk to you later, Tyler. I'm addicted to Milk Duds and Hershey's Almonds now. Oh, man. Dio. All right, CG Kid, I agree with what you have said in your videos about Tramadol. It's pretty bad. I got a story about... Well, I got a couple stories on Tramadol. CG Kid knows I'm a story guy. I was driving one time. I took like 9 50-milligram Tramadols. You know, when I didn't have opiates, I'd take Tramadol or I'd take something else. It was just always doing something to fill that void. And I was driving and they kicked in. Now, mind you, I already knew that they cause seizures in many people. My dad has had like 15 seizures from Tramadol in his life. I think he was addicted. I don't think, I'm pretty positive. But nonetheless, I digress and plead the fifth. My dad used to have seizures, and I took these and I started feeling this feeling while I was driving the car like something ain't right. And I remember, like, while my eyes were open, like, everything went black. I could hear things. I'm driving a vehicle I cannot see. And for that moment, I thought, I'm about to have a seizure. Literally. But, other than that, I think Kurt's had a few seizures for him. I've actually had to hold Kurt while he was having seizures on Tramadol. But mind you, this was not take 1 or 2 as prescribed. We would take a handful, 10, 12, more, and it would get you a small, slight buzz. But you know how that goes. It's cheaper than food. Okay, I use clotidine to get off opiates, non-narcotic blood pressure med, low dose, helps the sweat a ton, restless leg, just sharing what worked for me. Yeah, Caitlin, I don't do shit at home, man. I would not, if I had to get help, I'd go see someone. Thank you, Kaylee, because I'm really done and just want it over. I'm not good enough yet? Dude, CG Kid, you got to keep practicing, bro. You got to keep practicing, dude. You're gonna get better, man. If you make that your life to play the game, you'll get good. Clotidine almost killed me, Kaylee said. Dropped my blood pressure bad. Gabapentin helped too, but again, I ended up going back. If you make the detox easier, it's easier to go back, but not everyone is the same. I think that's subjective too, Kaylee. I think that could be true for some people. I know that a lot of people talk about gabapentin, right? They're like, hey, gabapentin is... a good way and you won't get addicted. My wife was prescribed gabapentin. She said it her up. Like, she'd get jacked up on gabapentin. She stopped taking them. And she would take Percocets and not get messed up. But gabapentin made her higher than any of her muscle relaxers, her pain meds, everything. So I would take everything you hear from people with a grain of salt. Like, seriously. Be very careful. I've never smoked meth, shot meth, none of that. I have popped ecstasy pills back when they were stamps and they had meth in them. So the guy to talk to about meth would be CG Kid. He for sure has had his experience where he spent like 7 days doing some naughty stuff to his junk. He talks about that on one of his videos. It's explicit, but it's He has experience with meth. Other than that, if you count Adderall as an amphetamine and you wanted to count that, like the abusing of Adderall, I have a lot of experience with that. Like taking way too many, staying up way too many days, and hurting myself. Like today, I don't know if it's anxiety, if I permanently did something in my brain from it. That I have experience with. All right. Oh my. Yeah. Cringe says, oh my. Fuck Tramadol. I got seizures and hallucinations from taking like 200 milligrams. Yep. My dad would like fall while walking and literally face plant in the ground. He's had teeth, break, hitting the ground, and just horrible. I don't get how they give people Tramadol. I was on a lot of that for years. The withdrawals are some of the worst. Yep. I agree. And it's no wonder he can't just stop. Does a primary doctor help prescribe medicine to help you detox? I don't know, Heather. That's a good question. I know I talked to someone in Australia, and they do things different in different countries. And the doctor would like send them home with medications, and I'm thinking, Xanax, things like that. And I'm going, I don't know how smart that is. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm not a doctor. Candy is the best during detox, and it's horrible for you, but it's addictive. You have nothing else going on. Let's see. Rehab assault, an old dude damn near fall out, clotidine for some blood pressure shit. Someone posted up there. Badass bank ankler. If you go over 300 milligrams of Tramadol, you're just asking to have a seizure. That's true. CG Kid said, fight me. I don't know who you're talking to, bro, but I'm scared as shit, and I'm not messing with you, dude. CV Case, I don't know. I think everybody else is hearing me. Thank you for your support because it really helps me. Okay, Dr. B did yes, he did. Next up is you. You got to interview him, bro. It's time. You got to interview him. Calling you out on the live, bro. You got to figure out a topic. The dude is full of information, man. And he's seen some crazy, situations with some of his patients. So you might want to bring him on, bro. He's got a lot. I used to get high off gabapentin when I was 15. Shit was fun, to be honest, but it is what it is. That's true. I used to have a lot of fun using too till it stopped working and it used me. Yeah, I stopped taking gabapentin because they had me on 1,800 milligrams of that a day and I just didn't like it. Gabs are like crack at the clinic. Never saw the appeal though. Me too. Really messed with me to this day. Wellbutrin can be bad news. I've heard about that. You were doing great work. Keep it up. Thank you, Victor. Appreciate it. I don't want benzos or more narcotics. That's why I didn't want methadone or suboxone. I understand. Some of this stuff it's subjective. Adderall's a nightmare. Yes, it is, Caitlin. We've talked about that. You hit me up on Instagram. I don't think there's anything he didn't nail on that 2-hour video. Oh, gosh. All right, bro. Love you, man. Thanks for coming in and showing some love, CG Kid. Appreciate it, bro. 315 Wellbutrin is a depression medicine. Yeah, but, some people, honey, might have a bad experience with that. What's your Reich, bro? Jackson. Anyways. This is like a meeting for me. I needed it. Didn't even realize I did. Well, Kaylee, this is why I think people should make YouTube channels too. Get out there, communicate. Someone's up every night, withdrawn. Like every night. Think about that. Everybody, for 1 second, think about that. And some of you in here right now are probably going through it. Somebody's withdrawn right now and can use a voice that's there with them saying, look, I seriously, like dead ass seriously understand exactly how you feel right now. The shit is no joke. Your brain does not want to shut off. You have no energy. You are miserable. You're stuck in this flesh that you just want to escape. I get it. And talking helped me. I don't know why. If it releases endorphins, serotonin, don't know the chemicals, don't know. When I spoke to people, now this is after the very extreme acute withdrawal. During acute, like the very beginning, shut up, be quiet, and talk. I like Kurt said in one of his videos, you can't talk enough, and you can't be quiet enough. You can't get happy regardless in the midst of that if you're doing this at home. And I don't recommend doing it at home, but it's one of those things where someone right now is sucking, and if they know that you're there with them and they understand that you're not bullshitting, that you really know what it's like, man, nothing feels more comforting than to know somebody's withdrawing with you, which is why I picked up my phone when I was day 5, laying on the couch, researching, and found that Lucas guy who was withdrawing in his earlier videos, and I was connecting. I felt that connection. I had no clue that the channel would even turn into what it is today. I didn't. I was just recording and put it out there. I had a lot of hate at first, and it grew. I still get hate, but more love than hate, you know? Just go for it, Kaylee. Make a channel. Make a channel. Just talk about it. Share where you're at, you know, and what you've been through, the struggles, all that stuff, you know? Juice died from perks or lean, allegedly, waiting for the toxicology reports. A lot of these boys in the rap game think lean and all this stuff's a game. Oh, I'm just gonna, man, it's not that bad. I'm just take a sip, you know? No, they're finding out more and more, and I think we keep spreading the word, it'll get out more and more. It's not a joke. I'm about to ship to Marine boot camp in a month. Damn. Hey, man, good for you, bro. Hey, that might be what changes you, you know what I'm saying? My dad went Special Forces in the Army. You know, he was Ranger, and then he went, you know, Airborne Ranger, and then Special Forces. So, but he was an alcoholic, dude. They, like, promote alcohol big time in the Army because it's the only thing you can really do and still piss and be clean. I recommend melatonin at night, and I have a high tolerance for meds, and I actually like melatonin. I've been taking melatonin myself lately to go to sleep. I used to take a lot of Benadryl, and then I was like, finding out that long-term Benadryl use is not good to go to sleep with. CG Kid said he used to take it and abuse it. I don't know, man. After 2 or 3 of those little pink Benadryls, I'm done. I don't want any more. I'm good. I'll purposely not sleep good the next night and not take Benadryl than to try and go too high. But I have control over it. Almost 4 years clean, and all that corny, cliche bullshit, little sayings are all so true. One day at a time. And life gets so much easier if you give it a chance. That's true. You know, I like doing these lives. I do. I used to not really care to do lives, but I like doing them. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have topics where I'll just come on here and share a topic and free, you know, flow of thought. But I actually enjoy seeing your guys' text, which is probably why I don't, I guess a lot of people come on live and they ignore the text of the people who are responding, and they just talk and they go with the flow. I like interacting with you guys as you guys are commenting. It's just cool to see the, like, multiple people at once, how you guys have questions or are being influenced or whatever. So I enjoy that. Almost 4 years clean and all the corny. Yeah, okay. It's agreeing with people. As the story goes, there's once a community of people who agreed so much they built a tower to heaven. Tower of Babel. An article said he swallowed a handful of pills to avoid trouble. They found over 10 pounds of weed in his bags. Interesting. All right. Yeah, I thought perks and Xans were no big deal until I tried Opanas and then got strung out on dope. Been there, Ryan. Or been there, badass. Sorry about that. Ryan says, oh, I can't remember sleeping being wrapped in towels. I would drench everything around me in withdrawals. Not a fan of withdrawing. Definitely not. But then again, name a person who is. You know what I mean? It's not a fun place to be. It's more than just physical. This shit is a terror in your brain. And then after like the 5th, 6th day of not sleeping, you know, I could go 5 days taking stimulants nonstop. Like I could go 5 days, and even by the 5th and 6th day, even on the stimulants, I'm sucking. I'm like, my body's saying, hey, dude, go to bed. You need to sleep. Go that much without taking anything because you're withdrawn. So hard. It sucks. Talking helped me too after the first 3 or 4 worst days, but doesn't help my husband. I'm an outgoing person. Him, not so much. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Might be. It might be. I don't know. I mean, maybe he could talk to, I don't know, maybe someone's different than me. I can't say what is and what isn't going to work for some people, but talking helped me. and made me feel like I wasn't alone when others were talking with me. I'm taking zinc magnesium to fall asleep. Never took that. Never took that. What is Opanas? And no, not asking because I want to use... I got enough demons. Opanas, I mistakenly said that it's oxycodone and morphine. I guess it's its own drug. I'll just put it this way. To me, Opanas are the strongest pain medicine that I've ever taken. I've taken, hydromorphone. I've taken, Dilaudid, all that stuff, the Percocets, Oxys, you name it. It was the strongest thing I ever did. That was a pill that was prescribed by a doctor, not off the street. And I actually enjoyed them more than I did the actual fentanyl patches. But then again, I wasn't an expert with fentanyl patches back in the day. And now, today, what fentanyl, it's probably to find a patch would be almost impossible. It's difficult to find those. Everybody's getting fentanyl off the street and dying, which I just did an interview with somebody that I actually ran the streets with. Mentioned this earlier in this interview. Some interesting stuff. He died and they brought him back, but it gets really, really, I don't know. It gets rough. That one's as raw as it can get, I feel. That one will be coming out 2-3 videos from now. All right. This is nice, just chatting. I like the live. Thanks, Saxy. Love the Discord. So supportive. I can't even believe it. Thank you, Lab Girl. I appreciate it. I'm glad that worked out for you. Not everybody has the same experience with it either. But I'm telling you, it'll work if you work it. You know what I mean? If you're willing to just go in and try and hit the meetings and whatnot, it helps. Yep, strong opiate. Baby powder helps with the sweats at night. What do you cake your body with? Do you just all over your body with baby powder? I mean, how does that work? Wish my doctor never prescribed Oxy. I've never upgraded from what I like or from what I take, thank God, but it's still enough to have me go into withdrawal if I stop. Yeah. I love the song Drug Dealer by Macklemore. It's very close to my story since I only took my meds as prescribed from doctors. My wife's the same way. Now, I'm not going to say she didn't dabble with stuff, ecstasy, smoking, doing the typical stuff like I guess most people did 8 years ago, 10 years ago. But she would take her doctor's prescriptions, and that was her way of abuse. High functioning, yet still addict. YouTube is so screening your comments, bro. It's not even funny, and it's not like you're saying anything bad to me. I know a lot of people are, a lot of people have, so I think YouTube screens it. It says some people beast through withdrawals. Hold on, let me find that comment, bro. Where'd you post? Okay, some people beast through withdrawals. I was always a little bitch. I think it's because you said the word bitch that they screened it so that they're protecting people from seeing it. I'm so sorry, Michael, right there with you. Mine is Lortab and Percocet, but my doctor never explained I was going to have withdrawal. Yeah, they don't usually tell you that. I don't understand now with everything that's been going on. But then again, if you went to the doctor, and I was watching this on a TED Talk where the guy got addicted, and he seemed like a not very addicted guy. He was like a chill, had his life together, job guy, had to get prescribed for whatever, and then he was trying to get off just from the physical dependency, was losing his mind trying to withdraw off. He went to his doctor, and his doctor couldn't tell him anything, couldn't help him with, other than, hey, you need to go to rehab or you need to get treatment. And it's like, that's not good that you're handing these things out and there's not really any solution to the problem when they want to get off. It's just suck it up and endure the pain, my friend. That sucks. That's not cool. We used to call them stop signs. Yeah, Ryan. We called them pandas, stop signs, you name it. Ryan Lambert, did you cold turkey Adderall? Yes. But she probably already answered you if she's not seeing it. Okay, yeah. I'm behind, guys. Are you bad at all process-related problems or only technology? General Gal's Chicken, are you bad at all process-related problems or only technology? I'm probably bad at a lot of stuff, so. Kaylee, it screened you. Your doctor's an asshole, Heather. That's what Kaylee said, and I just popped it back up. I might force myself over my shyness and hop into Discord for that much needed communication my family and friends can sympathize, do not want, but not truly empathize. Got it. Rest in peace, little peep. He died. The fentanyl, I met him 3 weeks before he died. Oh, man. Love the recent content with Shanda, Richie, and Ryan. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're working with them and helping get this message out. They were just in the news again. They're like big on the news right now. It's a lot of stuff going on in the recovery community making a change. They did that music video, and that music video's well over millions of views at this point. And so that's called Not One More. I'll probably post that on the channel anyway for you guys. So many of my friends are getting addicted to the street Oxy 30s. At this point with the fentanyl, it's like playing Russian roulette. That's a fact. The buddy of mine, I'm going to go ahead and steal the thunder of one of the things he said on the video I recorded today. I ran the streets with him and his brother, but mainly his brother Brandon. And Brian said that he had this guy in Michigan that was selling dope. And he's like, hey, just do a little bit of this. And he's like, dude, this is a ripoff. And it was so little of an amount from what you're used to doing. It was such a little amount. And it was like blue, like bright blue. And it was so little. And he was mad at the guy. And his guy says, just do it. He did it, and he died. Not dead permanently, but he actually died, and they had to bring him back. He ended up in jail and withdrawed in jail, and that was his last time actually doing it, and that was over 6 months ago, sometime around 6 months ago. So, yeah, you don't know what you're doing. And he actually mentions that Russian roulette type thing with the streets right now. Yeah. All right, let me block you, General Gauge Chicken. So you cannot be seen. Yeah, he said what did he say? I had to block him, but he says all drug addicts are weak people, General Gauge Chicken. And it blocked him from being able to post it, but it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Just look at the science. It's all good. It's easier to find fent than H nowadays, and I wonder why. Good question. Yeah, my doctor didn't say anything about what Tramadol would do to me, and they took it cold turkey. It was like I was in the twilight zone. My doctor said flat out that I'm experiencing withdrawals. I need to go to chemical dependency. Like, what the fuck? Both my parents died from alcoholism. I went to drug route. Now the clean route, though. Good. Break that cycle. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want my kids, ending up where I ended up. I really don't. One of my boys I'm concerned about, but he was the oldest, and he was there for the whole thing. So I'm hoping maybe therapy or something at some point we can help him to make sure he doesn't go down that path and try to escape by using drugs. Dries up the sweat. Am I now catching up to you guys? Are you just now explaining to me, Kaylee, that the baby powder dries up the sweat? I know it dries up the sweat. I just wondered if you just put it in your armpits, or where all are you, how are you putting the baby powder on? Terrible vicious cycle. Go on, stop, go on, go back on, hate it. Michael, that's a fact. All right, let me see something here. I'm way behind you guys. You can hit me when you see me in person. How do they do this to us and then give us medicine that is worse, like Suboxone? You're the bravest people I know. If you went through withdrawal to start Suboxone, I don't understand that, Heather. I'm sorry. Opiates for me. Adderall, opiates for me. Ryan Lambert, Adderall screwed my vision up. I only took it 5 months, but my vision is crazy. Been like that since my breakdown. I know, Kaylee. I'm a moron. What? You're not a moron. Dude, I almost died after thinking I got ripped off. Also, fentanyl is a demon. Man, my brother OD'd doing fentanyl, and he had all these legal problems. What happened was, Kurt had his daughter with him in the car, and he went to a gas station. I guess he had already been straight when he picked her up, and he had tooted it. Didn't even inject. He just did a small little bump and fell asleep in the car parked at the gas station. He couldn't wake up. Bella couldn't wake him up. She had to go inside and get the store clerk, the Arabic guy, to come out and try and wake her daddy up, and he couldn't wake him up. So they had to call the ambulance, and when the cops came, Of course, they found a small bit of substance. They could tell he was a user. Of course, he's not a, he wasn't selling it, whatever. But he had all these legal problems that followed it. He fought that, already dealt with that in court and stuff. But he OD'd, and they had to give him 3 shots of Narcan. They couldn't get him the first 2 times. And then, of course, I picked him up from the hospital. And the sad part was, after he still woke up, he didn't have this like, oh my God, I'm so not messing with this stuff anymore. The sad part was his mind was still on that same track. Like, I got to go get straight right now. And it was like, dude, you just died. Like they had to bring you back to life. And because his breathing wasn't right. It shut him down. Yet he still walked out of the hospital like, I want more. Tell me that's just a choice. Oh, he just chose to want to die and chose to want to keep getting high because it was just a simple choice. There's a lot more going on up here. A lot more. Let me see what we got here. Oh, Stella Bella. Look at you with the little emoji dance. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love. Is that like a super chat sticker or something? Because I've been seeing those. They got the regular super chat, which like lets you do the text. And then they got the super chat sticker. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. If you need me, just hit me up. I'm here. I got my phone out here. You guys call me, text me, whatever. I really appreciate the love. This helps me go push into this more, all the funds. So I really appreciate the love. Let's see. Dude, I almost died after thinking okay, I'm back where I was. Derek, my dude, about time I catch a live feed. Brian's Redemption. What's up, bro? So I left you a voicemail one time. I'm busy as all get out, man. So if you go in the description, hit me up, man. I want to hear your update. I haven't been able to really watch too many people's channels lately because I've been so busy doing stuff for work. But text me, call, whatever, you know what I mean? And we'll stay in touch, bro. So I hope the best is going on for you right now, man. I know you've been going through a lot of shit. And, I hope you beat it and you stay clean, number one, man. Because all that other stuff can be fixed in time. Not everything happens like that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know the situation, so hit me up, man. And if you guys don't know Brian's Redemption, go subscribe, check him out. He's going through some stuff, in life, and try and go give him some positive support. All right. Only smoke weed, no chemicals, stay strong, bro. VZ, I'm glad that's all you do, bro. If that's all I did, I wouldn't even have a channel. If I did, it might be something completely different. But what's your opinion on suboxone, Jackson asks. It made me very anxious and depressed, but the doctor just kept upping the dose. It never fully took my cravings away either, and the withdrawal was the worst I experienced. Jackson, my opinion, and this is my opinion, okay, is it can be a powerful recovery tool for some people. All right. I really believe that it can be a powerful recovery tool. It also can just be a vice crutch used by people like me who wanted it only when they didn't have their dope, weren't taking it as you would suspect a person's supposed to. Some people have adverse effects from it, like what you might have experienced. I don't know your situation. Your doctor would know. I'm not a doctor, but I think it can be used and make, to get someone where they need to go. If someone's so bad off, like where Kurt was, I'll go ahead and tell you guys, Kurt would not be able to get off the drugs without going to treatment. I'm letting you know right now, 100% Kurt would not be on his couch getting off heroin where he's at in North Carolina, getting clean, if he didn't go Suboxone route right now. He's actually currently taking Suboxone. Am I saying that that's great? It's better than shooting up. I've said this before, right? So my opinion is whatever saves your life and gives you the best chance at gaining your life back in the long term is the best route I possibly would give. Not promoting it either. So I don't go out of my way to go, everybody, go get on Suboxone. You need to be on. No, I'm not doing that either. Not everybody needs to do that. And it's an individual thing. So I love you guys. I just want you to know I'm not trying to steer you in the wrong direction. I'm not against people who do it. That's another thing. I consider them part of the recovery community. I know people who used it like me, though. They weren't using it to recover. They were using it because it was like, dude, if I don't get the money today to get a dope bag, to get high off the heroin, I'm going to have to take the Suboxone at some time. And when I could get that money, I'd even go through some withdrawal first, just so I could get straight and hang on to my little piece of Suboxone or my Suboxone for the next day when I was sick and didn't have money. If I couldn't get that bag, I would end up taking a piece of Suboxone. And the one time I went to a clinic, that's a long story, but I went to a clinic. I wasn't taking Suboxone. I went and get Subutex, right? I was trying to get off Opanas. Someone else paid to have me go to the clinic. I didn't even pay for the first 2 weeks. They did, just to try and help me get clean. They were good friends of mine. When I went in there, it was wintertime. I had jackets on. And the lady, I don't know if any of you can relate, if you've ever been to a Suboxone or a methadone clinic or anything, they watch you take the substance. You go up to a little window, and this is just in North Carolina, so I don't know how it works everywhere else. I went up to a little window. The lady crushed the Subutex. She had it in a little white cup and handed me the crushed up pill, and I was supposed to take it. Well, when I would take it with both hands, and I would pour it down my sleeve and make it look, thank you, and walk out the door. Kurt would be sick out in the truck. I would be high off dope because I might have had money, and Kurt was sick. I'd give the Subutex to Kurt. And about 2-3 weeks in, when I started running out of money and was getting sick and tired, I gave it a chance. I just said, you know what? I'm going to just take the Subutex. Started taking the Subutex. And next thing you know, I was taking the Subutex and I stopped using the shit off the street. I made it my choice to start sticking to that. I think I had 7 or 8 months on Subutex. Might have been a lot less time. I can't remember. 4 or 5 months maybe. Started going to work. Yeah, I loved my cigarettes because it gave me a little bit of a boost when I would smoke cigarettes on the Subutex. It wasn't like I was high out of this world, but there was a slight buzz that, you know, not like I'm high, but it made me content type feeling. And I remember I jumped off that when I was drinking and I replaced it with alcohol. I had cold sweats for about a week or two, and then I was done. That was the only time I felt like it was working somewhat for me, but I just replaced it for alcohol. So I had underlying issues I had to work on, and all I'm saying when it comes to these maintenance stuff is they're good crutches, but they're not what's going to keep you clean. They're good crutches to help you try, as Dr. B says, connect the frontal lobar cortex to the midbrain, rewire the brain, right? So medication can keep people from getting street stuff and keep them alive long enough to try and work on themselves to better themselves. That's all I'm saying. Long, drawn out, but I think it's important because it's like when you bring up Suboxone, the parties part ways. Oh, you're not clean. This, that. And it's hardcore. And then the other side, which is like, look, this saved my life. It helped me. You need to speak for yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to sit in the middle and go, well, if that worked for you, cool. Okay. But let's keep that to yourself. You know, don't force that and impose that on everybody and vice versa. Because it's like everybody's an expert, right? All right, dude, I'm so far behind. I'm sorry, y'all. No, Heather, you're not a moron. Because you don't have to be with withdrawal for days before you start Suboxone. You're a soldier, babe. Please, people say kratom withdrawals are nothing, but this is not true. I've heard that meant, and I know people who want to get off of it and they're having a hard time. They are similar to opiate withdrawals, but not as strong. I've heard that as well. Some people say they were just as strong. I didn't say it. Don't throw stones at me. Don't shoot the messenger. Right? I'm just telling you what other people who are doing it currently are telling me. And they're like, dude, I need help. The Narcan saves your life, but you wake up sick. And I've heard some of the fentanyl so strong out there that they've shot people on Narcan, like 5 shots of Narcan to bring them back, and they were still high. That's how strong this fentanyl is that's running around, guys. No joke. No joke. Thanks, Kaylee. You guys have no idea how I've been researching and calling places and considered rapid detox and watching videos. I just want it over. Well, I've heard one person, I have to leave unnamed, the mother actually contacted me and said that they took their life savings to get their son rapid detox. He went to the facility. They put him to sleep. No withdrawal, right? No, he didn't experience any withdrawal. This is also why facilities that medically assist you with withdrawal, you're not like high, but you're not so miserable you can't deal and bear with the pain. That's why it's important to be in a facility that can help you, assist you come off. This guy went to sleep, right? They shut him down. They made him go to sleep for X amount of days, flushed his system out. He woke up, no withdrawal. Here's the thing. This is what's interesting about this case. he goes back home, right? And his mom contacts me. And I didn't know anything about this till his mom contacted me and says, listen, we did all that. We spent all this money and got him off the drug. He's in his bedroom. He doesn't do anything. He plays nonstop video games all day. He's blacked out his windows. He likes to be like a vampire. He doesn't do anything with his life. And I remember when I was in active addiction, I did the same thing while I was using. I would want the lights dark. I would want to chill. I'd do my tobacco, whatever, while I did my drugs. And that was it. A dark scenery, and only wanted to just relax and not out all day. He's doing that, but he's clean. Something in his behavior hasn't changed, even though the drugs have left his system. And they said, he's clean. He's not using. He doesn't even leave the house. So she's asking me what to do, and I said, well, I'd start with small things like give him a small chore, maybe tell him, hey, clean up your bedroom or clean up the house. Get him gradually, slowly working out is what I told her. That's my suggestion. It just goes to show you, just because you get off the drug doesn't mean the problems go away, and it doesn't mean this thing's fixed. That is the difficult thing. People can get off the drugs, and that's hard enough, but staying quit and going through the stresses of life and all the pressures that we experience that come day to day, that's tough to deal with when you don't have anything in you. And learning how to do that without taking a substance, that's been my goal, and learning how to solve my problems apart from, I'll take a suboxone that kept me from going to the dope today. I found a way to rewire my brain through actions, which now cause me to be able to do things. Do I want to clean my house all the time? Hell no. These kids are little hellions, dude. They destroy it. I am not the cleanest guy. I leave a mess around. I don't want to pick up after myself all the time. I have to push myself, but I can do it. It's like I can do it if I want to. It wasn't that easy when I was using or early in recovery because you don't have much energy. Like you're trying to push start a car that can't start on its own, so you got to put it in first gear, hold it in neutral, roll downhill, kick the clutch back, and start the car by manually pushing it. That's how it felt in early recovery. I had no energy. I never OD'd on H after 10 years of use, but damn near died 3 times on GHB. That's dangerous shit too. Yeah, I've never experienced GHB, and I know CG Kid has at least interviewed someone. If not, I think he has experienced it. I haven't. I'm not from USA, but you guys need to stop chemical opiates. Just smoke weed and you're fine. That would be great. That would be great. I wish we'd just snap our fingers. Boom, everybody would do that, you know? It would be such a better place. Love you, Ryan Lambert. I'm moving closer to you guys, I swear. Caitlin, reach out. Like, hit her up on Instagram, dude. Like, we're here for you, man. We really are. And if you're new in here, you're checking out the live, go in the description. You guys can hit me up on the platforms. You can text me. You know, I put my information out there, so you're not alone. Been there, done it. And if I haven't, I know someone who has. And that's a fact. Oh, how I would love to stop opioids and smoke weed. That would be a miracle. Wouldn't it? I tried that one time. Honey, you remember that? Ryan Lambert's my wife, guys, in this talk here. You remember when I tried to smoke weed, what happened? I was pill popping hardcore, or no, I was snorting pills by now. I was trying to go back because I remember there were fun times I had smoking pot, and I was like, dude, if I could just smoke pot, I would be good. Like, that lifestyle was way better. I was a better person. I didn't do all the dumb stuff, and I bought a 20 bag of weed. I had this, like, I'm committed to go back to just smoking pot. So we went and picked up a 20 bag and went, and this was from a trusted person I knew, wasn't going to give me laced stuff, so it wasn't laced. Me and the wife, we went and we put the music on and we chilled, and I had the music going. I think I had some Biggie going, you know. I had some Biggie Smalls. I don't even know which song, but one of those vibe songs. And I started smoking, and me and her passed it, and she's just, and that was it. And I'm like, dude, hit it. I'm going like this. Because it was hydro at the time, not loud. And when you exhale, you feel like you're gonna like throw up, you know. It's so clean and smooth coming out. And I'm driving home, and I looked over at my wife, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, something's not right. And I felt like I was in the passenger seat, but I was the guy driving. And I'd had this like weird paranoid, I got really anxious, really paranoid. It didn't work for me anymore the way it used to. And some say, well, dude, you did too much. You shouldn't have done as much. And they could be right. I don't need it now, though. I'm good. But I'm saying I tried. I tried to go back, and it freaked me out. I was talking to God that night. I was literally like, look, I know I'm going to hell for all the things that I've done, but please. I literally was like, not right, guys. It wasn't what you would typically hear from someone who smokes pot. There's a YouTube video. Kid has a panic attack smoking, right? And he's like, I'm stuck. Like, the guy's like, he's on a couch. I don't know if you guys have seen it. They go like, dude, snap out of it. And he's like, froze. Then all of a sudden, he's, oh my God, I was stuck. And he panics like crazy. That's how I felt when I smoked, trying to get back on pot instead of taking all the opiates that were killing me and making me do dumb stuff. That is exactly how I felt. I rabbit trailed on that one, guys. So I got some stories I should probably do more videos on. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Stella. I'm going to take that you are awesome. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I tried texting Derek a few days ago, Ryan. Heather, text again. And if you didn't text, if you don't text me, make sure you hit the wife up on Instagram. Going to bed. Good night, mofo. Oh, okay, Kaylee. And Ryan and everyone else. And I put the baby powder where the sweat is. Not on my head. Basically on my chest and legs. You're funny. Damn, I'm finally catching up to your post right there. Or is it just everybody's like getting a delayed video from me? Chemical drugs from the government just fucking up. Stay with the ganja. Just, I can't even read what you're saying, bro. I can't even understand. Cross the line. Okay. Don't know. Someone else who speaks that language can definitely decipher for me, bro. Caitlin Ingle, love you too. You better move this way. I'm holding you to it. You have a good night, Kaylee. And I appreciate the baby powder information. I'm sure everyone in here is going to start using that if they need it. Put it where the sweat is, everybody. That'll help. Put it where the sweat is. Derek, do you have PayPal for your information? Sending as friend has no fee. YouTube takes 30 to 40% from Super Chat. Yes, Julie, I do. In the description of the video, I have my PayPal account is Derek Lambert 7. I'll actually post it for you. And guys, my number's in there as well. If you guys ever need to reach somebody, you guys are more than welcome to call me, text me, whatever. I got my phone number in there just to talk. A lot of people just want to talk, and I get it. I don't have all the time in the world to sit on the phone, but I will take the time to try to talk as much as I can. And not everybody's the same. Not everybody needs to go to rehab. Not everybody needs to do this. But, dude, I can't tell you how many people could really use it, and they still are hesitant and still aren't willing to go. And there's some pretty bad cases out there. Same thing, man. I was angry to be stuck in the hospital. I wanted to cop soon as I got home. Gross. Dude, how far am I, guys? I am way... I think I'm way... Yes, some people get paranoid from it, but for me it helps, yeah. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys can help me, Ryan, because I'm ready for help. Heather, hit us up. Like, seriously. Has anybody texted me during this live? Yeah, I've had a couple. So... I've got a couple right now. So someone says, hey, bro, watched your video. I'm currently withdrawn from heroin. It's killing me. It's killing me cold turkey, 2.5 days, right? So people, they text that a lot, that kind of stuff. I just want you to know that when I get those messages, I'm like, Jesus, I hope they're not getting the message that I'm just going to sit on my couch and I'm going to make it just by being on my couch. I know a lot of people over the years who've wrote me and they did not make it, and they're still like, they don't even contact me anymore. Either they're out on a binge run still, or they got clean and they haven't contacted. But I know some of them have reached out and they just haven't made it. So reach out. I could try and get you guys some resources for sure to try and help. Oh my God, let me see. For me, pot gets rid of my anxiety, but I've seen people freak the fuck out. Yeah, that was me, man. I saw a video of a cop who took brownies of some people, and him and his wife ate them. Yeah, I saw that a long time ago, Saxy. He calls the cops because he's freaking out. He's literally tripping. He ate brownies, and he had to call the cops, and he himself was a cop. Him and his wife are like, we're going to die. And they must have ate way too much. Brian's Redemption says, I honestly feel so fortunate to never have went the fentanyl route. Before my days of active addiction, I'd be dead. I found wife's stash after she got arrested, flushed it hella quick with no urge to try it. Good, Brian. Back when I was doing dope, there was a few different kinds of heroin, and I think some had something more. I can't say it was fentanyl, guys. I never overdosed, but I'll put it this way. Only a person who's really dug deep and was shooting up understands that I could take the wash from one Q-tip and get high from it. Whereas it would take me 8 Q-tips from the typical dope to even get a buzz from the typical dope that I see that was tan. So there was stuff that was going around when I was using, but I wasn't like this guy who was doing half-gram shots like I hear people do. No. I didn't have to do that much. Maybe 20, 30 at the most was the most I would do. I would space it out, but I was still a fiend, you know? Yeah, more story times, please, Julie says. I need to. Philip says I need to open up more, man. For some reason, my wife can tell you in person, she's like, Derek, if you were just the way you are in person, on the lives, on the videos that you record, dude, you'd go viral. You know what I mean? Because you just got that personality. When you get on videos, though, like something switches, and I don't know what it is. I'm trying to relax and trying to just be who I am, but I also am careful about what I do say. And the reason I do that, guys, if I was talking about something goofy, if I was talking about something that did not have lives at stake, I think it would be easier for me to just shoot the shit and act like, there's no problem. This is a serious topic. And I try to make as light and fun as I can of it because I've done some dumb shit. But at the same time, there are people who are really desperate right now that are hurting. And that is my heart. My heart is to help. I really believe my worst weakness in this life has now become my strength. That is to help other people. Let's see what we got. I was the biggest pothead weed dealer after the opiates got me. I can't stand weed now. I can relate. Not on the weed dealer. I mean, did I flip a bag here and there, buy an ounce, and try and find a way to get enough so that I could get high and still sell it and make my money back? Yeah, but I wasn't a dealer. You know what I mean? Medical detox is the way to go. There are free ones here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Not fun. That's true. Not fun. That's like the state medical detox stuff, like the free medical, or if you have state insurance or no insurance. They're not that fun. Been there. And some are worse than others and some are better than others. But they can save your life. And I hope they've gotten better, love. I don't know. But a lot of times when I tried to go to detox back in the day, they didn't medically assist me to help me sleep. They gave me an ibuprofen, handed me a colodidine patch, and said, put it on wherever you have restless leg syndrome going on, or restless arms, or wherever you're aching. And it was, for me, the lower back. Some people get it in the legs. Some people get it in the arms. Some people get it in their neck. My mother-in-law gets it in her neck. And everybody's different. But I'm so miserable. There's 25 people. Half of them are the panhandlers that are local. So I didn't relate, I didn't stand with a sign saying homeless, need help. But now today, I love those people. My buddy Owen Culpepper, I interviewed him. He was homeless for 10 years. Dude was panhandling. He's seen dead bodies. He's seen a lot of stuff. He used to shoot up his fentanyl with pond water. He lived under the bridges, and he would go and he would fill up his water bottle with pond water, and he would literally lay under the bridge, and when the fentanyl would wear out and the withdrawals would kick in, he would take this pond water, put it in his syringe, and do his thing. And these are the people that I'm like, you know what? He has such a story. I can't wait to get more. But where was I going with that? So you got like 20 people in this detox that's state funded, all watching the same TV, and not everybody wants to watch the same thing, so they're arguing over who watches what. Then the facility has to get involved, all over just a simple, what TV program are we going to watch together? It sucked. So I wish our system gets better, and I hope it does, for all of our sakes. When are you interviewing your sister for the channel? She struggled with meth addiction. Claude, I tried, man. I'm trying. She's a pain in the butt to try and get on camera. She's concerned because she kind of wants to remain anonymous for her work. She's a paralegal. So she's not trying to get it out there, and the lawyer she's working with sees this stuff. So I told her, if we do a video, I want to keep it PG-13, so to speak. She has a rated XXX type story. I mean, if anyone knows the pain, the depth, the degree of meth addiction, psychosis, and insanity, from possibly having HIV, almost concerned about having HIV, because she found out when she had to go to detox, finally, the person she was running the street with contracted HIV, and she was sharing 18 gauge syringes with this person. So they did this chemical test that they do for people they think might have HIV in the hospitals, and they try to flush it out of your system within the first 2 or 3 weeks when they think you might have gotten HIV in your system. And it's somehow within the certain time frame they can get it out. Well, she came back clean, like she didn't have it. Now she's got all the HEPs you can name, Hep A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She's got a variety of that stuff. She had abscesses like crazy, and she was doing so much of the crystal meth and missing her vein. She had crystal balls, like literal like rocks in her arms and stuff from it. It was like the story, if you heard some of the psychosis that she was in, would blow you away. And yet she made it out alive, but she had to go to a facility. She could not do this alone. She could not do this at home. I sounded like the Cat in the Hat just now. She could not do this alone. She could not do this at home. Could she do it in a bone? No, I'm just kidding. I'm being stupid. This live is going to have us all walking around covered in baby powder looking crazy, Brian. Right? All right. I really hope many American youth see this video so they know what heroin is doing to you. If I would have money, I would spend it to you. Thanks, VZ. I mean, look, just keep your money, bro. And if you ever get money, man, just try and better your life, man, so you can help other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need your money, man. You know what I mean? I'm just here to try and be of service and help other people. And I get donations for people. That's cool. But like, that's not what this is about, man. I appreciate the love, though. I understand where you're coming from. Love clothing. They give you sleeping medication, pain management, meds for your heart rate, etc. Went in off a 25 bag a day habit, and after 4 days, there felt great. That's awesome, love. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because the one I went through, they actually shut it down. It was called, and get this, I was not only doing Opanas, but I was doing Roxys, the 30 milligram oxycodones. We called them Roxys, because I think they were called Roxyset or something. The name of this detox center was Roxy Detox. So it was like, did they like name it that because predominantly Roxy users were the ones who first went there to detox? I don't know. Ash the Cash. Ashton Mott's in here, everybody. Show him some love. Absolutely, I'm down to do it as soon as he would like to, maybe tomorrow. Oh, are you calling me out, bro? You calling me out, bro? Let me pop at the bottom, see if you're still in here, man. Are you watching? Are you watching still, bro? Ash? I'm going back up. I'm going to pop back down and see if you've been watching. Okay, here we go. VZ, I never thought I'd get to heroin. I started with Xans, then Oxys. Before I knew it, I was chasing the dragon. Yep, I'm only 19. Jackson, reach out if you're still struggling, bro. I just helped a buddy of mine who just turned 21, I think, and he's in a 90-day program, and he's happier than he thought he could ever be right now. So it's not always fine. You know, he has his bumpy days, but that's natural stress, but he's feeling a lot better. What topics would you like to see Derek cover in some of his videos? To all. The wife's asking you guys. So Ryan Lambert is my wife, and refer it to Ryan Lambert if you guys have topics you want to hear me talk about. Shannon, great Grebo. The new antivirals are amazing. In Central New York, the detoxes and rehabs have gotten a lot better in just the last 5 years. So keep hope alive, y'all. Light is at the end of the tunnel. Awesome, man. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's why I don't with Xans. Okay, skipping ahead here. Hola, chica. I don't think I could ever shoot up because when I'm in the ER getting my IVs, none of the nurses can ever find my veins. I get most of my IVs in my hands, which sucks, but I'm so sick I can't avoid it. Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. I didn't have that problem, and everybody's different. Everybody's different. I always had a lot of veins. Didn't have that problem. And thankfully, none of them collapsed to a point where I didn't see them, and they got worse. I had some scar tissue definitely developing. Dr. Seuss. I feel you, man. I justified doing the pills because they help my anxiety, depression, and panic disorder. Weed helps too, but I'm kind of over it now. Man, okay, Ashton is in here. I gotta go up here. Oh my goodness. Thank God for your sister. Yo. What's up, Casey? I'd like to see Derek interview people addicted in the medical field. Ooh, if possible. Lab Girl, that's a good one. How about the guys who know it all, right? The guys who've read the books, studied the text, they know addiction, yet they themselves, even knowing, going into this field, knowing everything there is to know about how the brain works and the behaviors, all the crazy shit that comes with addiction. What about those guys who still themselves struggle with that very thing? At that point, is it choice? Is it how smart you are, or I know better, I won't do it? Or is there something more going on as to why someone has an abuse with substance and not about intelligence at that point? This is something I'd like to interview someone on. Tell me what you guys think. Anyway, I tried texting on Friday. We call them Roxy's too. Lab Girl, that's an awesome idea. Absolutely, Ashton says. Ryan, other than the war stories, I'd like to hear just real stories. Uncut, raw, no glitzy, glossed over Hollywood bullshit. We know how ugly it is, so that shock factor wouldn't be there for us. That's true, man. The interview I did today was that. And I thought, dude, this is probably going to be too much for YouTube. That's what I thought. But then I've seen some other cringy videos, and I've heard some people who really talk some raw stuff. And I think, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to post it and see what you guys think, because this isn't just anybody's story either. These are people I was using with on the streets. These are people I personally was running with, and his brother, Brandon, was the one I was sleeping on their couch toward the end of my final run, this last bottom that I hit. So you guys will get to see a little bit of someone I was running with on the streets, getting high with, and the things that we were doing, or some of the things he was doing, but it gives you a gist of some of the things I was doing in this. And he goes into just a couple stories. I'm sure we could do a series on it. And that's just me and him. There's him, there's his brother, there's my brother, there's Tiffany. There's a variety of people I ran out there with that probably we could do a series talking about the depths at which we go. And these guys are clean now. Tiffany, Brandon, Brian are all clean now. I've got a couple guys that I also used with that I'm interested in. One of the guys was the last time I used an Opana prior to getting on heroin, he was with me. So there's some people that I know there's some stories we could get. And I definitely want to do that. All right, okay. Pizza Hut, good for you, man. All right, Love Clothing. The one I went to opened June of this year. It's called Dick's Crisis Intervention in Jacksonville, North Carolina, if anyone is interested. All right, Ryan Lambert. Dude, I'm so free. I can't catch up to you guys. You guys are so fast, and maybe it's me rambling. Tried methadone. Okay, I'm going to skip a little bit, guys. Shannon says, Ryan, topic, how amazeballs Great Grebo is. Dude, I can do that right now. You're freaking amazing, dude. I mean, you kept Discord going when I went AWOL trying to do all this other stuff, and you would call me and say, breathe, dude. Just breathe. Seriously, guys, this is what she did. She's like, just breathe. We'll take care of it. You know, I couldn't manage Discord at the same time trying to do everything I had going on in life. I still can't. This is why service work's so important, and having people who can, help keep things going when you can't. That's also why her name is in blue here. That means she's a moderator. So technically, if someone wanted to come in here and act a fool, she's got the boot. She can give you the boot, scoot, and boogie, baby. You know what I'm saying? She can kick your ass out. She's got that authority. I mean, just saying. How's that for that, Shannon? Did that work out? Getting back to passions and hobbies. Trying to come off pills after 17 years with morphine sulfate 10 milligrams. Oof, Hannah. Reach out, girl. Reach out. Caitlin, good night. Derek, Ryan, everyone, almost 1 a.m. here. Love you. Love you too, Caitlin. Stay in touch. Contact us. I am an addicted BSN. Not sure what that is, Dio. That was me. I knew better, but still did it. Lab Grow, it's addiction. The shame is huge. Yep. Ashton, saying bye, Caitlin. Ashton, we got to get your story, bro. We got to get into what led you into the facility and go into your experience with that long term at Stout Street. Pros, cons, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole nine, bro. We got to do it. Pizza Hut 2 perks isn't anything for some of us anymore, but I only take a 5 milligram every couple hours. Just curious, do you still feel the perks? I don't, because I don't do them, but I don't know who you're talking to, Heather, and I must be interrupting a conversation here. If I wasn't scared, I'd love to share my experiences, Lab Girl says. Why is medical detox painful? For some people, it might be a little bit, because you're trying to come down. You know what I mean? You're trying to land that plane. And for others, it's not that painful. I mean, it's not like I'm so happy to get detoxed off of the dope. You know, you're not over here getting high and you're like, yeah, I'm so happy. But it's not unbearable either. Whereas withdrawal is unbearable. The way it is just miserable. It sucks. There's nothing good about it. All right, recovering addicts. Helping other addicts, clothing donations, applications, etc. The underlying cause of why you started using drugs, Shane asks. That's a good question, and I'll rabbit trail on that in a minute. Well, I need to do a video on that. And I can only tell you my own personal, what I think the underlying trauma is causing me to, why I ended up the way I did. But it also had to do with the patterns of how my father was. That played a role. Even though I didn't want to follow in his footsteps, substances became an escape for me. So there was a lot there. And how I stayed clean was also forgiving for the shit I went through. So that's a video I'll do at some point. I would like to hear about is benzodiazepine withdrawal syndrome. I personally know a person who has been in protracted withdrawal for 2 years. Doctor, I'd say get a doctor. I'd love to interview someone who's had that experience. That's for sure. And I do interviews, y'all. So, you know, I'm not like drop of the hat, hey, tomorrow we're doing an interview, but I do try to plan out, we can do interviews with people who have experience with some of this stuff. All right, contact us, Heather. Seriously, my number's in the description. All right, so much love, fam. Maybe try to write a book about your story or do something else than YouTube. There's nothing greater than an ex-heroin user helping other addicts. Thank you. And I probably will, man. I'm about to go and speak to the local news about this, about my 4 years off heroin from a YouTube video where I was 5 days on the couch kicking. And who knows, we might end up on the news, and that's something that might help get this out there and help the channel grow. Don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it, though. Newer drugs. Yeah, I had someone write me, John Reed, about Phenibut. I don't know how you pronounce it, dude. I'm just saying what it looks like. And I have no clue. I was looking it up, and I was confused on what that drug is. I'm interested in doing a topic on that, but I can't. I don't know it. So maybe someone else does. They can help. The benefits and power of having a sponsor in recovery. Derek and Ryan says, oh yeah, Ash, that's important to have someone who, even if you don't use the term sponsor, so to speak, you don't like that term? Hey, I think it's important, though, that someone is a mentor in your life, someone that in some way, shape, or form is helping you direct and guide you. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a good show, because I can also talk about my experiences with sponsors and how a lot of people have gotten clean by my, in a sense, sponsoring, but I have not been able to in person sponsor people, so they always end up getting an actual sponsor in person that helps them stay clean. So that's a good topic. We can talk about that. And pretty much, if you don't want to call it sponsor because you're not in a 12-step program, because that's what they call it, it's a mentor. It could be a counselor. It can be someone in your life that can help push you in the right direction, that you are willing to take suggestions from, and that knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two. Dun 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 dun. Do you guys know that commercial? I'm an idiot. My wife knows I'm a nerd. All right, let me see. I'm gonna wander down more YouTube rabbit holes. It's been fun, guys. Love you, dude. See you, badass. Good night. God bless from Michigan. Carla, love you. Thank you for jumping in here and checking it out. Why people start with heroin and how to prevent young people to go down that road. Good topic. We need to talk about that. I'm glad I had some level of foresight and stopped practicing before I got to IV. Yeah, that's a good thing you didn't go that far. I just knew I was falling into the rabbit hole. Yep. Peace, badass. Someone said. Faces of Kensington. Yes, Ryan. I'm actually going to be interviewing him sometime soon. So we've already linked up, and I'm going to be having him on the show. Who knows? He might have me back. Not sure if he knows how to do all that. I watched his 23-in-1 video. I didn't know the depths of his experience with addiction and prison and the stuff that he had gone through. That guy's like a living saint, man. Like, he legitimately is on the streets trying to help people. Faces of Kensington, Frank, and dude is real. You know, he's got a lot of heart to go out there and trying to help people. And his story, dude, brought me to tears when I watched that show. So if you haven't seen Faces of Kensington, AVG vlogs, go check him out. It's Russian and it's like volume. These are all great ideas and topics. How to taper off pain medicine. I don't know how to taper off pain medicine. I'm going to be honest. I know how to cold turkey it. I'm horrible. I have done Phenibut. I can do some topics on it. All right, Ash, we're going to do it. Ashton, hey, long time no see. What you been up to? You still clean? Cool topic. Could be like hobbies developed since getting clean to fill the void and boredom. Example, I do wood burnt art. I seen that on your Instagram, Brian. The level of concentration doing it blocks out hours of time. Who blocked message? Message restricted or retracted. I will be getting on a video with Derek here soon, hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, let's try and do that, bro. I think that'll be important. Side note, I'm having surgery on Thursday, and I'm low-key high, key freaking out. Okay, I second Brian's topic. Okay. Phenibut is no joke to get off painful. All right. Pope of Kensington. Yeah, Ryan. The Pope of Kensington's right. Sandy Delight. I really appreciate that. We'll probably do that live with Derek. Miss you too. Have you ever been to Marijuana Anonymous? I'm going to my first meeting on Wednesday. I was wondering if there are any differences between NA and MA. Never been to Marijuana Anonymous, but I suspect it's just the term, you know? I suspect they probably use phrases like smoke, but then again, you've dab, you've smoke, and there's some people who ingest or vape it. There's a variety of different ways that maybe someone does that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's very similar, you know what I mean, to NA. Very similar. I know I had to skip, guys. I had to kind of like quickly get caught up to you guys. And that would be my opinion. Shannon might know more. I don't know if you know any of a Marijuana Anonymous or not. I know there's Cocaine Anonymous and Heroin Anonymous, and those two, all they do is, instead of saying drugs, they'll specifically call out like cocaine. I was powerless over cocaine, or I was powerless over, heroin or meth or whatever. So I suspect the same thing comes up with marijuana for that. Don't know. Did you hear about Juice WRLD? I saw something briefly, but I never was into his music, and I never really knew much about him. But I did see something on Facebook pop up where he overdosed or he died, and they were saying it was probably drug related. So I really don't know. Okay. I'm seeing you guys start to type. Brian, yeah, we need to link up, man. We'll get your story sometime. It's like, yeah, CA and HA. Okay. I thought it was. The LGBTQ community loves you. All of us men think you're very hot, and we watch you while at the local gay bar in Miami. Thanks, Bearman. This is funny. Thank you for bringing some, like, you know, some love into this place. It's exciting, you know. Watching me at the local gay bar, having a beer, talking to an alcoholic who's sober. Man, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Oh, man. That's awesome. That is funny. All right, so here, top or bottom, baby. Juice WRLD died after having a seizure in the Chicago airport. And I don't know why, Julie. I really don't. You know what I mean? I really don't. Yeah, my wife's in here now, Bear Man. You got to watch out because she can kick some ass, dude. You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? She might get jealous and find your IP address, and I don't know. I'm just teasing. Yes, Julie, but he popped pills before. I like top. TMI, baby. Giving the whole world our secret. Come on now. I love you guys. I just want you to know that. And I appreciate you guys coming in and giving me a second chance after my 3.5 hour Fortnite 6-year-old live stream that was accidentally launched on this channel. That I had to go disconnect the PlayStation from the my YouTube that was connected to the PlayStation, and he had done 2 lives. One was 2K 2019, the other one was Fortnite, and I'm like, it's gonna mess up. Something's gonna happen with that whole the COPPA thing going on with the Children Protection Act. I don't need my son playing Fortnite on a drug-related channel, and somehow there's something with YouTube that goes, hey, you know what I mean? Wild caught 70 points of weed. Hold up. 70 points of weed on private jet. Feds were waiting on him to land. He swallowed a bunch of perks, had a seizure, and died. Oh, man. Not good. Not good. They said Juice WRLD swallowed a lot of perks because they were getting searched by FBI, found 70 pounds of weed. Who travels with 70 pounds of weed through the airplane, guys? Is that how he traveled? He put it in his luggage and took 70 pounds of weed through the airport? I could totally relate to the accidental lives. My son does that. Foreshadowing his death in his songs like most other people. Interesting, guys. I didn't know this about him. My bad, babe. I was trying to help you answer all the questions. I'll agree, bro. Hell, I'm not even gay, but I'll admit Derek's decent looking cat. Got that Cali cool kind of vibe. Brian. Shh. Don't tell nobody, bro. Don't let everybody in here know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had bags with 30 kilos of weed. Derek's live streams is broadcast over 4 feet flat screens and gay bars all over Miami. Now you know you made it. Dude, you know what? If that's the case, put my PayPal out there. Someone's got to tip me for this. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. I should be getting paid. If I'm being broadcast in these bars down in Miami right now, these guys are blowing cash, okay? They need to be tipping. Where's the tips, you know? Where's the love? Brian's Redemption, Cali, cool kind of vibe. Will I die tonight? I don't know. Is it over? Looking for my next high, looking for my closure. Well, that sounds, Jackson, that does sound like that. I get where you guys are coming from, but I mean, didn't we all feel like that shit when we were trying to get off the drugs too? Or if we were coming down off of, say, cocaine or something like that? That's how, that's a lot of times, like Lil Wayne makes those type of rap songs. And then again, he's not a good example. I'm pretty sure he's almost died a couple times from the lean and stuff. So, but I don't know if he's purposely tried to die. That's another different thing. So, I don't know. Give Derek the tip. Just the tip of money, not the tip of anything else. Right, Julie? Not the tip of anything else. Get that guap. That's right, baby. I still think the lean didn't help him. I'm sure his insides were thrashed. Right? I'm not willing to share for free, Ryan says. The wife's not sharing, guys. Unless you pull out that money. Oh, of course. That's why I relate to the music so much. Yeah, I feel you, Jackson. I feel you, man. For sure. And it's the music is the culture, and it's a very, I don't know, everyone relates to it. People who aren't even drug addicts are relating to that kind of music too. It's interesting. But I think there's a lot of mental health involved in these type of lyrics, not just drug related, but mental health. And we've got a serious mental health issue going on in America, big time. This stream is getting a bit loose. Oh my, now Derek's going for tips. No nips, no tips. How did you and CG Kid become aware of each other? I enjoyed listening to you on this podcast on Spotify. Shine. So What happened with me meeting CG Kid, and I didn't meet him in person for a long time. I was going through YouTube and was seeing other channels that talk about the topic of addiction, that deal with ideas surrounding it, and I saw that his was very educated. He had come at it, he was pretty informed about these drugs and what they were, how they felt, and things like that, and I could relate. So I made this video, and it's still on my channel, guys. I had like 8 to 10 recovery channels, different people who talk about addiction, and his was in it. And so I had his face, his channel. I said, these are channels that I personally watch and am into. He saw the video and was like, whoa, dude, awesome, man. And then somehow we connected. Like, he either got up with me on one of my platforms or I got up with him, and we somehow connected. I think it was through Facebook Messenger or something. We started talking from there, and then it grew. Of course, I met Ashton too through my YouTube, and Messenger through Facebook is how I actually got to meet him. And all these guys I met in person. I actually got to meet them in person. All right. Let me see the tip. Emo rap. I'm an European rapper. The rap music helps with my mental health. That is so nasty. When you wake up to get a drink of water and walk into this live stream convo, good to see you, Derek and Franz. What's up, Ryan Mo? Guys, subscribe to Ryan's channel. Ryan does recovery channel too. Now, he doesn't plug every time you turn around, but he's still there. Go show him some positive support. He's in the Discord a lot. So if you guys need time to spend with people who are like us, who know a thing or two, because they've seen a thing or two, go to the Discord. Because that's where people are who are trying to get clean. A lot of people are in there. And it works for a lot of people, man. Many rappers aren't a good role model like Derek because they glorify all the chemical drugs like lean. I mean, I try to talk about the problems sometimes on my channel, guys, and I know a lot of people probably don't like that, but I don't do it with the goal or aim of, yo, let's talk about this so someone can go and want to use. Like, people comment on my mouthwash video that I did, where you can get drunk off mouthwash, right? And I talk about the dangers, how it's actually more dangerous than even regular liquor. And someone actually commented, was like, dude, first time getting drunk off mouthwash, watching your video. And I'm thinking, you know, that it's just a troll, you know, at that point. Because in my video, I'm not encouraging anybody to do any of this shit. But it is educational to teach you, like, this is what happened. These are things that do happen. Blah, 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 blah. Julie, yes, farmer's dork. At least somebody, like, called out what I'm doing. Somebody in here knows what that tune is. Dun, 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 dun. I have lived in both at Ryan, and we'll talk about it on my vid, and Derek, we do soon. With Derek, we do soon. Little over 9 months clean, bros and bras. Keep going, Ryan. You're doing it, man. Keep going, bro. I don't think it's glorifying. Thanks, Jackson. I don't either. I think it's important that it gets out there. Even some of the more controversial. I don't care. I think it needs to be out there. These actually help me and make me want to stay away from the drugs, that is. Awesome, Jackson. I think most people get that same feeling. Some people told me, they've commented, I can't watch it. I can't. It's too much of a trigger. Don't. You know? Don't. I am too, babe. I am too. I love you guys. There's 32 of you guys watching. I'd love to see all you guys hit the like button. That'd be awesome. If, like, I had 32 likes from 32 people watching right now. Seriously, that would be freaking cool before I ended up logging off. My wife wants me to come up there and turn her off. Really, she wants me to turn her on, but, you know, she's saying she's tired, so, you know, she wants me to go turn her off. I guess I'll just turn you off, babe. I love all you guys. Let's see those likes. Hit that like, man. Show me a little love. Show me a little bit of love. If I'm not getting any tips, at least give me a thumbs up, right? I love y'all. Thank you. Hey, look, you can play this back. Once it's done with the live, you can play this back. I keep my lives up, man. CG Kid and them told me delete it. It messes up the algorithm and makes your channel not as noticeable to YouTube. I keep them up because sometimes people want to sit through an hour of reading the comments and chatting and, like, listening to the talk, and they learn things. So I love all you guys, man. Seriously. Same here. I just bought new headphones, and I was like, no way again. All right, just hit you with the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Missed the beginning. Thank you, Jackson. Appreciate you. AG Wentworth. That's right, Stella. And they are not paying me for that. Someone needs to get in contact with them. Love you, Huge D. Huge D. You're wild, bro. All right, yeah, the Juice World thing is crazy. Def think he swallowed some drugs. Ryan and everybody in here, if you guys want to continue the talk, jump over to the Discord that's in the description and go into the general public area, or follow Ryan Mo or Shannon or Ashton or whatever into the Discord, so you guys can carry and keep this conversation going. You could go do a voice chat too. You guys can actually, if you're wanting to, you don't have to do voice too. You can keep yourself muted and listen to the conversation, but go follow them into there, and there might be a meeting sometime soon. I don't know, my timing's off, but check her out. Check them out. Check the Discord out. And you're not alone. None of y'all are alone. I love you guys. Do not give him a bigger head. The Wentworth people need to tip Derek. That's a fact, Brian. Hit me up, Brian. Hit me up. Shannon, thank you for all you do. Ash the Cash, I love you, bro. Everybody in here, Julie, thank you. Thank you, Stella Bella, for that $10 donation earlier on the live. I really appreciate that. Much love. I will try to do more lives. I'm thinking of coming up with a schedule, not only for lives, guys, because I'm now working very intensely trying to help people with addiction, but also schedule for when I release my videos. This way everybody knows this is when he's dropping, the video. And then you guys can start, if you like what I put out, you guys can plan and say, hey, I know Derek's dropping a video tonight at 7 or whatever. I think that'll be best. Now, if something crazy pops up, at that point, we'll decide to do a live, or something might happen spontaneous. Other than that, a structured format I think is going to be better for you guys. So, I didn't lose my kids, Eric. I almost did. I love y'all. I'm out. I got to go turn her on. I meant off for the night. Peace.